Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2, Habsburg, Millennium, where things happened last time. It was a while ago, I honestly don't really remember, and apologies for that. Please support you by voting with you in the council. Fine. What are the plans for the Habsburgs? Well, currently, it's really just going to be building up our holdings. As boring as that sounds, there's not really a lot of places to expand yet. We are slowly working away. We owe the Jews money. We should pay them back. Or, kick them out of the country, but I think we'll just pay them off instead. Get rid of that little malice to the entire family. Now, what do we got going on here? We've got my niece betrothed to a prince of Aragon. I think we will let that marriage go through. I don't think it was matrilineal. Indeed, it wasn't. So, congratulations, you frail adulteress. Have fun with that 16-year-old kid. I'm sure she'll have a great time. Yeah, so, basically, we've got Burgundy pretty well and good. I don't think we're in much of a position to change this. Well, we might be. We've got 4 supporters, so let's give it a try. The votes should go through, and then maybe I can just, take the land that I want. Excellent. So let's take a look here. If we go to you and say revoke that title, the council will vote yes. That's still coming back as no. So he'll say no. Thankfully, because we have a claim on it, none of the vassals will object. So then I think we can go to war with him. And if we take a look at it, you got 3,000 troops. I have a feeling we'll be able to beat him back. 3,000 troops, that does seem a little high. Revoke title, County of Burgundy. Let's do it. To the covetous instigator Philip, your low character is a subject of Greek plays. I will not allow you to steal my titles without fight. You are no longer my liege lord. That is a bold play, sir. Bold play. We can consolidate our forces in 2 locations, Savoy and Argau. And in both those locations, we should be able to fight back his forces, because he's spread out, which is good. The question, of course, becomes, what's our military leadership going to be like? Will we have any military leadership? What are you sieging down? Are you attempting to siege this down? I don't think you should be yet. Nope, you're just moving south. Alright, so let's get... Okay, well, Thietmar can stay. We'll put Emmerich and Filbert. And then up over here, I have a feeling... I don't necessarily want to lead troops, but you know what? We'll do it just for the poops and giggles. Let's move you guys over there. 3,000 men down in the south. It looks like the Castilian revolt may be over, although maybe not. I don't know. There's still plenty going on there, and the Castilian rebels are looking far stronger. You're just gonna walk away? Okay, so then we might as well just sit down on both of your holdings and siege them down, basically. Well, I guess in theory we could combine our forces and crush him. Rumors of a traitor working with the besiegers have eroded the morale of the defenders of Focalier. Good. Let's just get rid of all of those. We don't need to see all those pop-ups. not to rule a kingdom. We can get some more commander. I guess, really, we could just, well, our options for commanders are incredibly limited. Excellent. Pope Sylvester is liking us. That's good. That does make me wonder. Can we... I guess not while we're at war, but we'll try seeing if old Popey McGee there can give us a title sometime. Bandits, I don't care about bandits. Both of these are taken away. It's just going to take, obviously, some time. But that's okay. We got all the time in the world. Well, this ticks away. 6 characters owe me a favor, including a man named Jurgen. It's always good to have Jurgen owing you something. Personally, I am excited about getting that all squared away. My wife Helga's pregnant. Well, she is 30. The Shadow is a 55. And we definitely do not need more children. But that's, you know what, that's okay. We're losing some titles. Saluzzo, that's fine. The Barony of Argau does concern me a little bit. I'd rather keep that in my hands. But we don't have the ability to get to Primogenitor. And I know Primogenitor is a crappy hereditary thing, but there's a certain security in knowing that your lands won't be taken. As long as you don't do anything stupid, like marry heirs off to big, powerful empires that might want to crush you. Looks like Udalric is a excellent diplomat. That is good news, my son. So let's see, can we get you some good... Oh, Grissons! Oh no, well that is mine. So... Not necessarily. You there, we would... Where are you located? Oh! Okay, well, getting the Habsburg family up in there would not be a bad thing. She is 5, so it's going to be a little while. That's okay. We can wait. I mean, granted, it's going to be an 11-year wait, and I'm sure Udalric here might find a way to at least have a bastard child or two. My liege, my mission to Rome has so far been a success. Pope Sylvester likes us a little bit more. Granted, not much, and it's that free investiture law that I wasted my time with. But... You know, hindsight's 20/20. I now realize that may not be the best way to spend diplomatic influence. Who are you? My son. A twin, timid, haughty, and idolizer. So let's send you to the priesthood. That sounds exciting. And then you should have a sibling who's rowdy and haughty. So that should probably go there. And that is relatively easy. Yep. I guess that was here where we got a little bit of problems happening. That's okay. We'll still get the lands that we need to get. Despite the 20% war score, you can see that has now changed because we're kicking ass up in the north. Now... I'm not sure if I want to continue to siege that down or send this army to the south. I think we're going to send this army down south. Yeah, more raids. Combine forces and then hit the army of Cosimo. And it's not like we're totally screwing this guy over. He's still going to have his lands in the south here. And in the future, you know, we may indeed give him a duchy title for the south. Who knows what the future will hold. Gunzelin, that is a name I have yet to see in this game. So congratulations, Gunzelin. We have no idea what you're going to be good at, so there is no point in picking a focus just yet. I don't think. I would assume. I've never really experimented with it, so feel free to call me out on my BS if you wish. But I've not tried setting a focus before knowing what the kid's going to be good at. I would imagine the stats are set at a certain point, and then like the stats are already there, they just develop over time. I don't know if that's true or not. Steward Count Thietmar has some interesting ideas on how to improve the economy. Oh, I really meant to go with it is worth it. It's important to read what you're clicking on, because sometimes you'll click on the wrong thing. And hopefully the shadow doesn't die in combat here, but I think we should be relatively safe. And that should give us a nice boost to the war score, indeed. You're going into Savoy. We will follow. And then what? Then where are you headed? You are headed to Neuchâtel. So we'll just follow you up there in case we have to continue. I've observed that young Gebhard usually tries to stay out of the way of others. Well, he shouldn't try so hard. As it should be. Nah, we'll go like that. I'd rather not raise a timid, quiet creature thing. Wow, timid, quiet creature thing. I don't know where my brain is working in the space of language selection today, but it doesn't seem to be doing a very good job. You're just going to head up to Flaz. I don't really care about Flaz. You can come on down and hit me where it hurts, Cosimo. Excellent. Pope Sylvester is really starting to understand that the King of Burgundy, he's not a threat. He's a friend. This siege is going to take forever. It would be nice if we could get some siege equipment advances. But I guess what can you do? Yeah, that's great. Although I guess that was improving relations with somebody who isn't the Pope, just some guy. Yeah, that free investiture is really going to cause a lot of issues with the papacy. But that's just fine. No, this was the son. Yeah, this guy right here. He's the one. Prince Gebhard, I think. Unless we want to go to Ulrich. No, we're definitely going to go with Gebhard. Is going to be the bishop of the place that we're going to be building. Stay put and fight. Let's get brave. I like it. I don't know why you would ever pick the other option. Except, you know, maybe role-playing. And I really should have taken a look at this and said, is this guy really brave? But I would assume he is. Because that's the way I'm playing. Whoa, we have reinforcements coming in. But I think one more siege should take our war score up to 100%. And we can take the county that we want. The jihad for Andalusia fails. That is good news for the Christian realms. Although it would have been nice if the Muslims were able to take at least southern France, southern Iberia from France, because they are certainly quite a powerful force, which is annoying. But even more, where are all of these people coming from? My son, Prince Udalric, has requested to join the Knights of Calatrava in their struggle against the infidel, even though this will forever disinherit him. That's fine. That's fine. You can go become a knight. I don't know if he's still gonna marry her. It looks like the betrothal is still going through, but he is celibate. So we might as well cancel this betrothal. I guess we can't do that now because he's not in court. Oh, that is frustrating, because I would like to obviously get another son engaged or betrothed to that countess or that duchess. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do anything about that. So, boo. What do we got here? Prince Yuda. My daughter? Maybe we'll go... Heritage? Yeah, we'll just do that. There we go. Learn about the family. That sounds like a good idea. Your wife is pregnant again. We're just continuing to pop out children. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, but I see. Okay, so that is a different rebel revolt than that. That explains the difference in military size. It would be benefit of the realm if I studied the languages spoken at foreign courts. If they can't speak German, they are not important, damn it. It's probably a good idea. I would imagine, well, now, taking a look at this, the learning skill is pretty freaking low. The diplomatic skill is even lower. He would probably go with the if they don't speak German, it's just not worth it. After all, in this timeline, I imagine German is the lingua franca of the world. Okay, so it looks like we might need to go down and recapture some land of ours. I hope I don't have to lay siege to the... Oh, no, that isn't mine. Right, because the one that I have is in Lyon. Aha. Okay, 97%. If we just come down here and beat his army up, or even take this, this should be relatively easy to siege. Because there's just not going to be many people here. We can hack it down and claim victory. And I'm sure my vassal is not going to be all that happy, but I have full faith in our abilities to not even worry about that. Excellent! More relations with the Pope. Yeah, we can just hack that down, and now we're at 100%. Congratulations, sir. Enforce our demands. That's lovely. And now, I guess we have to revoke that title. But that isn't against the will of the council. They voted yes! Whatever. Yeah, council's discontented. Then why did you vote yes for the war? That doesn't make any sense. I would like to give you a seat on my council and therefore offer you the title of advisor. Sounds lovely, father-in-law. We shall do that. Now, how much is that going to cost for a temple? 710 ducats. So I guess we could just borrow money from the Jews again and have more than enough money to build that. Indolent and playful with a 66664. That's not bad at all. Yeah, I guess we'll go with an intrigue education on that guy. And then the next kid, our rowdy idolizer Curious. We'll go military education. Although... would that help? Not really. Rowdy would not be good for intrigue. I guess learning, although that is not the best option. But what can you do? Not much, I say. Not much at all. As I pound my fist on the desk and no doubt annoy people listening, I do apologize for that. Sometimes I just get into the moment, you know? But yeah, I mean, with that conquest for Burgundy complete, we're just basically taking up our money so we can... A daughter was born to King Philip the Shadow, and it sounds like my wife may have died in childbirth. Thank you for the daughter. I guess we should take a look at perhaps getting married. Since I am still pretty darn fertile. Do you have an heir? You do. So that doesn't really help us. But you won't have an heir. So can we get a Habsburg on the throne down there? Quite possibly, if I can get a kid. Before I die. So let's give that a shot. There we go. No doubt we'll take a little bit of a prestige hit for marrying someone so far below us. But that's okay. We'll survive. My mission to Rome has so far been a success. To the court of Countess Clorinda the Whisperer. Well, that's lovely, but I mean, we don't really need to make some random countess in Rome like us. I don't think that's really necessary, is it? No. What do we got going on here? To the heroic King Philip, we are no longer the shadow, we're a hero. Please support me. Because you know, brushed my ego the right way. Then yes. Yes, I will. Oh, I wonder. Is she still available? Doesn't look like it. Where was she? She was up over here? There we go. Yeah, so if you're not actually betrothed to anyone, let's get a betrothal going on with you and another one of my sons. I'm guessing Gebhard would probably be the best bet here. There we go. Unless he wants to join a holy order too. In which case, the Habsburgs are going to be definitely helping out. Everybody. It's a host claim for the Holy Roman Empire. Really? So your goal will be to capture the Empire away from Ehrenfried the Good. Well, that could be... it's not going to happen. Not now with 15,000 Imperial troops in Baden. That should be pretty darn safe. So as our money ticks up, we're of course going to be looking for locations for further expansion. And I do think Lombardy here might be the best bet. Those are all non-aggression packs, which makes life easy. What I would obviously like to do the most there is to just get a claim on the duchy and move east. Has been dissolved as they no longer have any marriage ties. I guess, are you still in my prison? There we go. Give me some gold. So I can spend it on his former holding. Don't be so upset. Oh wait, how old are you? 2? Let's arrange a betrothal. It might not go through, but let's give it a shot. There we go. That actually fits in nicely. You would prefer a matrilineal marriage. That's not a surprise. I was hoping. Let's go ahead and get started on that temple. And then we can hold that for ourselves. Until... we can't give it to Udalric because he is a knight. And so I guess, well, we probably don't want to give it to Berenger. Well, we can't give it to... I've gone and screwed it up. Berenger should be the one who's betrothed to Benedicta. Can we break that betrothal? Yes. But then we need to go back to you and arrange a betrothal between yourself and my militarist Berenger, not Gebhard. Right? Cruel route? Yeah, because this is the guy who's going to become the priest. So you, there we go. And just because I feel bad, if I can, I'm going to give her a gift. Because we've kind of gone through the ringer with all of the Habsburgs this poor woman has been betrothed to. This poor woman, she's still 7, and this is now her 3rd promised husband. So, what do we got? 42? There you go. I'm sorry for all of the horrible confusion. King Philip the Shadow has accepted a call to arms from King Guglielmo the Wise against Sultan Myfromu the Chaste. Due to an alliance, we don't have a choice. That's okay. I don't necessarily see us actually doing anything to fight that. Can we do... How many boats have you got? Let's see. 23. It does make me wonder. We could do a holy war for Sardinia if we wanted to. And that might not be a bad place to expand to. We'll have to see if we've got the manpower to do it. I guess as long as we got, you know, I mean, we could hire some holy orders. The Knights of Caltravia, obviously, or Calatravia, thanks to the family connection there, we should be able to hire those guys without too much of an issue. And they would be helpful in getting those islands. I really wouldn't mind taking those islands. I think they would be a nice addition to the Kingdom of Burgundy. 15th of May, so we got just over, or just under a year before we can give that away. Well, actually, yeah, they will be of age before that gets finished. So as soon as it's built, we don't even have to hold it for the wrong holding type of thing. We can just give it away to my son and call it a day. We can press... Yeah, we could go to war for Provence. And I guess they are at war for Anatolia, but man, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna have to man up and take Provence one way or another. This might be the best time to do it, but I don't really feel like we're prepared for a war with the French. We certainly don't have the ducats. If we could have a good, strong amount of money, because that sentence makes a lot of sense. If we could have a lot of money to be able to afford enough mercenaries to be able to fight off the French if we had to, that would really be the only way. The amount of money we'd need to save for that is astronomical. Because not only would we need a heck of a lot of mercenary forces, right? Like, well, maybe we could pull it off if we just purchased, like, the White Company. But we're looking at $450 as an initial cost, and then 85 ducats a month. Say, I mean, you know, kind of going along the same idea if we went with the Great Company, which just looks like mainly heavies. You know, just the monthly cost is where it's going to really cut into us. And I'm not exactly sure the Pope would be fully supportive of us, you know, taking papal money, for instance, if we could, to fight off the French, who have really, for Catholicism, done quite a good job. Almost as good of a job as the Byzantine Empire. I'm impressed, and it's going to be interesting, you know, if the conversion actually works, to see how that goes. Also, taking a look at the way the world is going, England doesn't appear like it's done much these past, 200 years. Usurp the title, that's fine. I don't really care about that. I've decided to institute the religious control mandate law. All that is needed is the support of yourself and my other vassals. I would like to see what that means. Realm inheritance, investiture, obligations, it won't be in there. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing that just means whoever's the emperor can enforce the religion of the empire. Apparently we were the last vote. The last person to vote there. So, I mean, I've got no issue with him, wanting to enforce Catholicism, I guess. We're not heretics or not Catholics, so that should be okay. Young Berenger has finished his education in the ways of war. I notice with pride that he's attained nothing less than a masterful level of knowledge. That is excellent news. Young Berenger loves physical games and is developing a strong physique. I should focus on teaching him bravery. He should do his own thing. Bravery! Now you're a brave, good soldier. Excellent news. Are you... I hope, with him going off to marry her, he won't actually get the county of Saluzzo. Or maybe I should just give Saluzzo away. I think at this stage it might be better to just give Saluzzo away. Because I don't want that going off to her. We might wind up canceling this marriage again. Unless by some amazing, way the game works, the Duchess of Meissen becomes my vassal when she, marries my son. I don't think that's going to be the case. And I hope Saluzzo, which I should just give away anyway. I mean, Susa. We have the Count of Susa made? Or not the Count, the Duchy of Susa? Oh, right, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to claim it, because we own 100% of the land, but the Pope is still like, I don't know. You don't deserve it, but I don't know who has it. Oh, you do. The Baron... You have a barony in Meissen, and therefore you're entitled to keep the Duchy of Saluzzo title. Or Susa. All because the Pope doesn't like me. So that's why we're sucking up to the Pope. Insulted? I never insulted you, Pope. At least I don't remember insulting you. That's a little concerning. I guess we could try and become... We're never going to become Chancellor. Okay. Let's get this sorted. So you, sir, no, not you, right? Yes. So we want to give you the Bishopric of Beaucourt. Grant landed title, Bishopric of Beaucourt. Include lower titles. Yep, that's fine. You're a bishop now. Congratulations. And I hope you like me more than the Pope. You do. In fact, everyone does. So that's a good thing. I likes it. And that'll change that around. So now Prince Norbert is set to inherit the barony of Argau. He should be a relatively good person. I wonder if I just give this guy Saluzzo as well, and that will, well, that'll split it between his two sons, but it will help that out. Okay, yeah, grant landed title, County of Saluzzo, include lower titles, there we go. We're gonna need a new spy master, and that is okay. We'll set him up there. We can start collecting taxes, we can start training troops. How much would it cost to send a gift to the Pope? 300. Well, we could afford that. But I don't necessarily know if giving the Pope a gift would actually help us with claiming the title that we obviously have a right to have. So, you know, we'll get that figured out. But I really do think, the next big push for Burgundy is going to be the Sardinian Islands. I mean, they're ruled by they're ruled by Muslims, but all the people here are Italian Catholics. So, oh. Well, now it's being ruled by an Italian Catholic. So can I still do a holy war for it? I could if I wanted to. Nearby Zikri rulers. So you're not even like... You're a Muslim Sunni heresy. So nobody would come to their aid. It's just us against them. They've got 9,000 troops. We've got 8,000, but we can get holy orders. Only 880? We'll hold off until we get, you know, until we can hire a holy order with decent amount of troops. But yeah, I think that's going to be our next push. Man, those islands. They're not exactly rich, by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know what? It would be good to have some more lands in the Mediterranean. It's a very easy way to expand our borders. I'm thinking that's where we're going to go next. But that's going to have to be in the next video, so let's give this an old-fashioned savor-roo. Thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.